Greetings, fellow citizens of the Interpubs. This is Rendog coming at ya in another Minecraft episode from the HermitCraft server. We're kicking things off today, my friends, from the forest floor of a newly sprouted adult mycelium tree grove, which we happily cultivated in the previous episode. And I'm kind of proud to admit that even though custom trees are not one of my strengths in Minecraft, I think our rather crazy design for the myceliums has come together rather nicely. Although I will admit there is still quite a lot of work to do to complete the vision of getting mycelium forests scattered all the way through the base. But so far so good. GIGACORP scientists have also noted a rather dramatic biological change to the landscape underneath mycelium groves as the spores and the petals and the dead debris from these rather strange organisms land and gather on top of the rocks of a GIGACORP colony. They start to create pools of weird and wonderful mushroomy bits. One very enthusiastic scientist has also noted that the fruit of the mycelium drip resin, which tend to pool into areas on the forest floor, and as that resin flows down toward a lower part of the landscape, it promotes the growth of all sorts of wonderful things like strange alien flowers and mushrooms and root plant things or something. Yes, we did some work here, guys, on the forest floor on live stream a couple of days ago. Coming together really nicely. I really wanted to make the mycelium biome stand out from the rest of the custom biome that we're working on over here. And I thought that we should do some work on changing the color of the floor underneath. It makes a lot of sense, right? These trees are obviously dropping a lot of biological material, and just like in a taiga forest, I guess, where the surface of the forest actually becomes a sort of podzol type environment, I wanted to try and create some sort of an alien podzol, I suppose. And with some help from some very smart builders in my stream, we came up with this little block palette. Mycelium, dripstone blocks, and rooted dirt, as well as some coarse dirt and whatnot to try and represent these things. And I think this is a really nice combination of colors. It keeps to that sort of mushroomy feel with the colors of the mycelium. And the purple of the mycelium and the pink, it's not too contrasty. It doesn't really stick out too much. And it certainly does feel and look and, yeah, smell like a very alien-y biome indeed. Ah yes, my fellow GIGACORP scientists, I've just initiated my gigavisors, and they have informed me that this is a great example of a mycelium microbiome. And certainly with the visors on, the place gets a lot slimier, doesn't it? The lichen does feel like it's sort of liquid slowly moving down here, and we can sort of feel the resin dripping down from the mycelium fruit there. Very nice. There are other examples of mycelium groves that have been planted around the base too. Actually a great opportunity to show you guys as the sun sets over the server. It's just us online this morning, so we get to look at our base in all of the nighttime glory. And there we have some more adult myceliums glowing in the darkness. Of course, the center of each of their mushroom caps, I guess, have some sort of glowing biological material in them, which illuminate the environment around. And I think this is a great spot for another little grove. I've planted some of the teenage varieties also of the myceliums here to get a little bit of variation between the very tall myceliums and the shorter ones. And, well, it seems that the weather has gone completely crazy also this very fine evening in the base. But all in all, things are looking rather spicy and delicious. And doesn't the base look wonderful in the morning with a rainbow in the background? I just love how the mycelium groves come into focus through the fog as we fly through the base. And it really does make me realize the scale of this base. You know, it's much bigger than it seems when you're on the floor. But from one side to the other is actually quite a long flight. And man, things are really starting to cook around here now that we've started to add all these little things and stuffs to fill in some of the more open areas of the GIGACORP colony. Ah yes, also just noticed shenanigans are afoot once again this week, everybody. The giant Rendog statue has changed pose over there. He's just chilling. taking a load off, you know, sitting down having a picnic. Although I'm not entirely sure what he's doing with the rocket over there. It's mildly inappropriate, to be completely honest. This is a scientific facility, Rendog. Put your rocket down, dude. Anyway, welcome back to episode 42, everybody. And the more astute of you might have noticed, we're working on a new project today, a brand new build for the base. And it's going to be going over here at the very end of this road, or at least in between the road and the scootball field. And the reason I've chosen this place is because, well, we're running out of spots for buildings in the colony. And if we approach this angle from this side of the road, that seems like a pretty decent spot to fill, right? We've got a lot of things in our peripheral all around, wherever you look. But over here is a gaping hole. So I want to build something here. And I have been rather busy this week, once again digging into the GIGACORP blueprint archives. And lo and behold, I've stumbled across another very important facility for any GIGACORP colony, introducing the GIGACORP MRF-1. Model 1 of the GIGACORP Material Recovery Facility is designed to efficiently extract usable fibers and carbon structures from genetically modified sugarcane samples. These materials are crucial for production of rocket fuel to allow the scientists of GIGACORP colonies to keep their elytra flight units fully functioning during working hours. And that's what we're building next in our base, guys. It's a sugarcane factory designed by GIGACORP. It is awesome, it is modular, it's got some super fancy redstone in it, well, fancy for me anyway. And I thought that this would be a really great project for us next because I'm kind of struggling in the rocket department. There's not many rockets for sale over the last few months, and I'm just want to have my own supply of rockets. Plus, it kind of makes sense, right? That a GIGACORP colony would have a fuel depot or some sort of way to keep the jetpacks of the scientists fueled up, and that's what this facility is going to do. On top of that, I worked really hard to try and make the redstone of this project interesting and not just the same old sugarcane farm. It is a 100% authentic Renstone build. It ain't pretty, but it works, and it's got some pretty weird and wacky redstone functionality, which I gotta say I'm pretty proud of. Let's take a quick look on the inside, although this is definitely not the final design. Although I am kind of fond of it, especially all the dripping water and the bat infestation and the rusting copper all the way around the different components. I don't know, it definitely feels quite industrial and pretty sweet, actually. And while the redstone's relatively simple, but kind of advanced for me, definitely not done anything like this before. And essentially what I wanted to do was create a system that not only collected all of the sugarcane, but also sorted it out into a chest, and more importantly, into shulker boxes to make my life really easy. So yes, these MFU-1s consist of 3 redstone systems working in perfect redstone harmony to produce shulker boxes of sugarcane. The first system, of course, is the sugarcane growth modules, and each of these modules consists of 16 growing sugarcane samples. So that makes 64 per side and 128 growing sugarcane for the entire facility. Oh, and I tried to improve it by making sure that any time an observer is triggered, every single piston will fire. So we will be harvesting sugarcane at a higher rate doing it that way. But that's not the interesting bit. We've got a little bit of interestingness happening here. We've got a hopper minecart collecting the sugarcane underneath the actual growth block, which means the farm is completely lossless. Any sugarcane that is generated will be picked up by the hopper minecart over here. And, well, the hopper minecart is going round and round eternally. Thus, every time it passes over this hopper pipe, it will deliver the sugarcane. And that sugarcane gets delivered into the next hopper with the minecart in the below module. So there's kind of an interesting exchange of items here. It goes from piston brake into hopper minecart collection, into hopper chain, into hopper minecart collection. And then, of course, the final hopper minecart is delivering the sugarcane into the chest below. Now, that occurs under each of the different module sections. And all of that is then collated into the final shulker box loader. Of course, we need to get the sugarcanes from the chests into the loader itself. So we've got a couple of dropper clocks up here. Every time sugarcane passes into these droppers, they are spat out into these leaky pipes, and the leaky pipes eventually send all of that sugarcane into a very simple shulker box loader. By the way, this is pretty easy to make, and the design is pretty much standardized now. Any tutorial search you do on YouTube will yield many, many results for the same sort of builder. So I always thought that a shulker box loader would be really complicated, but it's actually not complicated at all. And for those of you guys who are amateur redstoners, give this one a go. You will be pleasantly surprised, especially as it starts to fill up shulker boxes of the stuff that you're starting to farm in a very kind of small way, although the chests and stuff are kind of janky. But guys, this is rainstone, okay? It ain't pretty. But it works. It's the next day in real life, everyone, and here we are in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of stinking diamonds. Yes, indeed. A rather successful cozy caving session was had on live stream last night. We managed to yoink a stack and a smidge of diamond ore out of this cave system that we found literally about 15,000 blocks away from home. And, well, it was a fun time indeed. Took us about 2.5 hours or so to get all of these diamonds. And, of course, we need the diamonds because we need over 5,000 concrete blocks for our new build. I need to do some shopping. I need to spend some bling. Unfortunately, haven't made that many sales in my shops over the last couple of months, so we had to do this the hard way. Dig for diamonds. And, oh, boy, did we dig. Oh, that's actually a good question. Are creepers undead? Is there any... Wait. Does anybody know if there is, like, deep lore about the creeper? Did Notch ever write, like, deep lore about the creeper? Like, its origins? I mean, wait. Here's a question. Do creepers have mums? They're not hurt by smite? That's actually a really good little hint as to their deep lore, right? If a creeper is not hurt by smite, that means it is not undead. Because smite deals extra damage to undead, right? Specifically. That's really clever. What the heck? Dudes, look at this. There was a skeleton, a dragon skeleton down. Oh, what? Wait. Oh, is this one of those special structures? I've never found one of these before. I think we may have just hit the diamond jackpot, guys. This is insane. I have never found one of these before. Really rare? So saith the chat. I mean, how many ores do we get out of this? Oh, this is insane. This is so exciting. I've never found one of these before. 2 hours of caving? Definitely worth it. Look at this. Pretty sweet, right? That fossil yielded, I think, 15 or 16 diamond ores for us, so that was pretty sweet. Although it got even sweeter because at the very edge of that lake, we discovered, I think, what was 2 diamond nodes spawned on top of each other. Can I just get some sharks with freaking laser beams on their head? God, my American accent is terrible. Ooh, this was a juicy stack. So all... Oh my... Wait. Was this stack bigger than 8? Wait, what? How big was the stack? That is... Was this a double stack? I don't think I've ever seen that many diamond ores in one place before. Is that a twin node? Dudes, this has been such a crazy adventure with you. We found that rare diamond fossil thing. I've never found one of those before. We yoinked like 15 diamond ores out of that fossil. And now we just ripped through a double ore spawn. What in the name of all that is diamondy, friends? This has been one of the greatest diamond hunts that we have done in this season. The last time we went diamond hunting, I think we died. If I recall correctly, I do believe we died. Yes, indeed, my friends. Good times all around are had on our live streams. And hey, if you've never watched a Rendog live stream, come and check us out on twitch.tv/RendogTV. We stream quite a few times a week. So please come and join us. Twitch.tv/RendogTV. 2.5 stacks of diamonds from one evening of mining with my peoples on the Twitch. I mean, not a bad haul, if I do say so myself, everyone. That means we get to start today with a shopping spree. which is very exciting. A couple of new shops have popped up that I want to go and spend my diamonds in, namely BOO's new potion shop, which is so adorable and so awesome. Look at this thing. We need to spend some diamonds there. We also need a ridiculous amount of concrete once again from Falsy's Jellyfish, and I'd love to get my hands on some rockets. The actual rocket shop has not been stocked for quite a few months now, and I have heard through the grapevine being the great Ethos Lab himself, that there is a shady rocket shop around somewhere with stock available. So yay, we get to buy rockets again, which is sweet. There's also an amethyst shop, I think, that I'd like to get some crystals for. Crystals being, of course, the fruit of our myceliums. So that might be a good idea to stock up there. But first, let's start over here at the potion shop. And as always, BOO just knocking it out the park. What an absolutely beautiful build. B-Dubs' brewery. Very nice. Okay, so this is where the potions are cooking. Yeah, you can almost smell the chemicals in the air in here, can't you? Sorted from A to Z. Very nice. Oh, look at this. A potion sherd. That's where the sherd went. Okay, well, the diamonds that BOO spent at the sherd shop now go straight back into the potion shop, because that's how an economy works, everybody. Welcome to Economy 101, taught to you by the HermitCraft server. Or something. 3 potions for 2 diamonds. Absolutely perfect. That restocks us perfectly. So we shall yoink some of those. And we'll buy a nice, neat row of noob juice, which should replenish our stock quite nicely. Gotta say, I'm very happy there's a potion shop on the server now. I am constantly spending time making potions for caving adventures and whatnot, and this is just making life so much easier. Nice one, B-Dubs. Love the shop. 5 out of 5, my brother. Aha, there it is. The amethyst shop. I mean, I think we flew directly over it, but my morning brain hasn't kicked in yet. Also, love to see all the new shops popping up here, guys. Look at this. There is Toughest Teefs over there, too, which I assume is a tough shop. I mean, you know what? Say what you will about the Popo. It is working. I mean, shops are being made left, right, and center over here. Oh, this is a new shop that I haven't seen yet. This is the Netherwood, now available in the shopping district, too. You know what? I'm loving the Popo. I'm very happy with the work the Popo has done. It has encouraged people to make shops, and that means us hermits have pretty much every block we could ever desire available to us at this point, which is fantastic. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever experienced a shopping experience like this. And of course, the tingle-tangles of amethyst blocks are just the absolute best. You know what? I've got a feeling we're going to be a top customer in this place. I don't know exactly how many fruit we are going to require for our myceliums, but considering we still need to grow myceliums over at the beacon shop where we have terraformed also, I think we'll probably be back for more over here. But for now, I'm pretty happy with that. Very nice shop. Right, we need to preserve most of our diamonds for concrete, so we can't be spending too much more. Now we need to find where the actual rocket shop is. It's somewhere around here, apparently near the giant ball. Ah, there is something that kind of looked like the nib of a rocket. And there it is, Shady E-rockets, hidden high above in the atmosphere, undiscoverable unless you come within 16 blocks of this magnificent structure. I mean, only Ethos Brain could come up with something like this. Of course, a throwback to season 6. No, season 7, I believe, where a similar shop was built. However, the scale of this is way bigger than the previous rendition of Shady E's. I mean, look, it's even got flames, which I gotta say, just with the use of shulker boxes, that is actually pretty well done. You know? I mean, if shulker boxes are your only block that you can use, Ether, you've done a pretty sweet job here. This is really great, though. We have got access to rockets again, which is amazing. And, ooh, looks like it's slightly cheaper, I think. I believe rocket boxes used to be 25 diamonds, and at 22 diamonds there's a slight discount over there, which is very good. Solar rockets are still 1 diamond a stack. You know what? I'm just going to pick a couple of those just to fill up my inventory. Keep it on the down low from the Popo. Will do, Etho. And employee of the month is Etho, obviously. And tell your friends not the Popo. I mean, I've just been singing the Popo's praises. However, I shall definitely not be singing about this shop. Much needed and very much appreciated, Etho. Right, that leaves us with just under 2 stacks of diamonds to spend on concrete. And, I mean, I'm hoping, A, there's enough stock for this. And B, we've got enough diamonds. Just done a rough calculation on how much concrete we actually need for the sugarcane farm. Turns out it is 46 stacks, about 3,000 blocks. So yeah, that's about 2 shulker boxes worth of concrete. And these bad boys, I believe, are 3 diamonds per stack. So this is going to be pretty expensive. That's approximately this many diamonds, which is pretty much one of our stacks gone. That's about as much as we can buy, which brings us to about almost 2 shulker boxes of concrete. Looks like we're about 8 or so stacks short. That's okay, we can make that. That's not such a huge mission, but definitely going to save me a bunch of grinding time here with this purchase. Thanks, False. As always, #1 concrete customer right here. And you know what? While we're at it, let's check profits of our own. I'm so very curious to know if we have made any diamonds this week. Let's start in the sherds shop. Ooh, there's been an uncommon sherds sale of a creeper. It looks like it. Very nice. And one of these too. Okay. 1 pot's been sold too. Very nice. And any of the commons. Let's have a quick look. You know what? The sherd shop is doing slightly better than I thought. This was the BOO sale, so we can include +9 over there for the potion sherd. And any of the rare sherds sold doesn't look like it. Gotta say though, pretty happy with that. That's a total of 46 diamonds for sherds. Not too shabby, I gotta say. How about beacons though? Sales have pretty much slowed down to a snail's pace, although 2 diamond blocks in the front, not too bad. Anything around the back? Nothing around the back. Unfortunate, but you know what? We'll take it. Beacons, 18 diamonds. Nice. Are we even going to bother with granite and diorite? You know what? We're not even going to bother. Now, here's a shop I've not checked on in a very long time. It is, of course, Martha, our skulk block and skulk vein shop. Any further sales of these stinky blocks? Anything back here? Oh, there actually is a bunch of diamonds back here, which I have completely missed. Interesting. That's 26 in the bottom chest. 26 plus 369. That is 35 diamonds so far. 25 diamonds for the skulk action. Very nice. Well, turns out this episode should just be named False Symmetry, Take All of My Diamonds for All of Your Concrete. I think that's a pretty fair trade. No? Well, it is for me anyway. And, well, hopefully False needs a whole bunch of sherds / beacons / granite / diorite. Because, you know, it would be nice to get some of the diamonds back. But yeah, that's our 2 shulker boxes of concrete done after an evening of caving and a morning of profit collecting. It's a great day to be a hermit, everyone. You hate to see it, Sabadiggity dogs. Another Rendog project that was too big for the mouth. That is to say, I believe once again I've bitten off more than I can chew when it comes to this particular episode. For some reason, I thought that I could get this entire sugarcane farm facility built in one episode, this episode. But I've only just managed to excavate the foundations of the thing. Plus, I still need to turn all of this concrete into solidified concrete, but I guess for the floor of this, we can use water buckets and be smart Minecrafters in that regard. But yeah, the chances of me finishing this entire build in this episode, literally 0. Not going to happen. So, we're going to break this project up into a couple of episodes, guys. I'll do a little bit of work off camera over the next couple of days, see if I can get the redstone installed and get to some sort of semblance of completion, where next episode maybe we can spend time together installing the sugarcane modules themselves and getting the whole thing up and running. But I mean, for now, really, it's just a whole bunch of grindy work. Plus, I still need to edit this episode and edit all the other things that are going on across our various channels. So, busy dog, but absolutely loving it, guys. I am currently in a very positive and productive mindset, and I am thoroughly enjoying waking up every single day and just focusing on getting my work done. And I'm working my freaking butt off to ensure that you guys are getting the absolute best work out of me, and I do hope you're enjoying all of the end of year shenanigans that are occurring in the universe of the Rendog. Oh man, it's so awesome. But yes, let's make some concrete floors, shall we? That should be easy enough. Just with some water bucket action. And actually kind of satisfying, isn't it? You know, don't really have to stand in a river chopping up concrete in order to make a floor of concrete like this. Perhaps this is a method that I shall remember for the future. I've certainly wasted many hours chopping concrete when I probably didn't have to. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's going to do it from me today. Can't wait to see you in the next one when we finish off the sugarcane thing. I forgot the name of it. MFR-1, something like that. I don't know. I have to check the blueprint again. But anyway, that's it. Rendog is signing out. We'll smell you all in the next episode.